Well, hello, my loves, and welcome back. It's your girl, sex coach Lauren. For today's episode, I really want to bring up mindful intimacy, where we can bring awareness and presence into your sex life. So, welcome back to my regulars and welcome to my new listeners. So, I love this podcast as it really, it's my passion project. It's my baby. Helping you build like real connection, confident desire and intimacy that actually feels like something. So today, we're going to slow it down in every sense of the word and talk about mindful intimacy. I know mindfulness gets tossed around quite a bit. And when it comes to sex, this isn't about sitting cross-legged or trying to clear your mind. It's about showing up to your own pleasure, body, mind, energy, fully there, right? Instead of performing, instead of overthinking and then disconnecting, right? So this episode is your reminder that presence is the sexiest thing that you can bring into the bedroom, all right? So let's first talk about why our minds check out during sex. Let's get honest, right? Most of us spend times in our heads, right? More time than we do during sex in our bodies. And you might be thinking, do I look okay right now? Am I doing this right? Are they enjoying it, right? And that constant mental chatter really blocks you, right? You can't really feel into the real magic, the breath, the connection, the sensations, and it's really not your fault, right? We have been taught to perform sex, not experience sex. So this is your invitation to shift from performance to presence, right? Get away from that pressure that is so ever, present with you anytime that sex comes up, right? It's like when we bring it into presence, everything can deepen. Touch feels rich. Orgasms last longer. They're more powerful. And connections feel alive instead of that routine, right? So the practice of mindful intimacy, okay? So this is how I teach mindfulness to my clients, right? You can practice this solo or partnered, all right? Step 1, breathe into the moment. So before things even get physical, take a slow, deep breath. Notice in your body where things feel tight or tense and invite some softness there, right? Step 2, sensation over story. So if your brain starts overthinking, shift the focus to like a physical detail, like how does their skin feel? How's your breath? Is it fast? Is it calm? Is it deep? Or are you just breathing at the top of your lungs? What textures, sound, or scents are turning you on right now? And is there anything in your environment that is kind of distracting you? You can turn those off, right? Step 3, connect without a goal. Mindful intimacy isn't about chasing an orgasm. It's more about exploring. So just follow what feels good. Stay curious. And then let that pleasure expand without rushing it or pushing it, right? Presence brings back that spark because you're no longer trying to get somewhere. You're already in it. You're already there. So let's take a quick little mini me moment, all right? If this conversation is hitting home, you're realizing that you've been doing sex instead of feeling sex, I want you to just take 1 second to subscribe or to click that like button, right? Or share this episode with a partner or a friend who could use a reminder to slow down and be more in the moment so things can be more magical, right? These tiny actions, it really helps people connect more with their bodies and their pleasure, and they keep this podcast alive and growing. So I really, really appreciate any likes and love, right? All right, deep breath. Let's go back to it. So mindful intimacy isn't just about sex, all right? That mindset will ripple into every part of your relationship. So listening instead of reacting, noticing instead of assuming, feeling instead of performing. And that is where emotional safety and sexual magnetism actually meet. Right there at awareness. So if you've been craving more connection, but you've been trying to quote unquote fix your sex life from the outside, start here in your body on the inside. That's where intimacy begins. So if this episode also made you realize, how disconnected, distracted in your head that you've been, right? just not with it with your body and you're ready to rebuild that intimacy that you really want from the inside out, I'd love to support you. You can book a personalized sensual starter session. It's a 45-minute private coaching session where we explore your current patterns, teach you some body-based mindful tools, and then reconnect you back to your pleasure that feels so freaking natural. No pressure, no judgment, just real tools. So you can email me at Lauren@laurengoyette.com. Just say you heard this episode you want to explore in your own session. Thank you for tuning in, my friends. Remember, pleasure is presence. And the more you show up in your body, the more your body shows up for you.